I'm Megan, and this is Skatebird. It's a game about trying your best. Now, why skateboarding birds in particular? I came across a GIF of skateboarding, like actual skateboarding birds, a couple of years ago, and it blew my mind. I like birds just in general, and skateboarding birds was like holy cheese. I grew up in the 90s playing skateboarding games, and as a genre, they just kind of stopped existing, and that's lame. I love these, so I'm making one because they're awesome. And I'm hoping that I can share some of what Kid Me loved about them with you when Skatebird comes out in early 2021. And I really hope you'll enjoy it.
In Spellbreak, players battle across the Hollowlands to become the ultimate battle mage. By equipping magical gauntlets, you engage in epic spellcasting combat, weaving spells together to defeat your foes. Throw giant boulders, shock them with lightning strikes, cast a giant firewall, or snipe enemies from afar with ice lance. You can even combine your elemental spells like Toxic Cloud and Flame Wall to roast your enemies with Dragonfire. You'll also be able to take your fight to the skies with unique movement abilities that change the often vertical battlefield. Fly, dash, and teleport across the map to take on other breakers. While Spellbreak's easy to learn, it has endless depth, making it the perfect showcase for your skills and playmaking moments. You define how you play through your class, talent, and loot choices. Spellbreak is releasing later this year. See you in the Hollowlands.
The Falconeer is an open-world air combat game where you play as a mounted warrior on top of a giant bird of prey. It's a fantasy twist on dogfighting and air combat, focusing on really fast and agile turning battles, in which you take on a variety of fantastical enemies such as warbirds, giant airships, pirate ships, and of course the Ursi equivalent of dragons. The Ursi being the fantastical setting for this game, a bleak and vast ocean world full of tall ships and hardy sea folk. You'll be a part of all these struggles, but you'll also be trying to uncover the dark secrets that are hidden beneath the waves of the Ursi.
The Forgotten City is an open-world murder mystery in an ancient Roman city caught in a time loop. In it, you'll discover the ruins of an ancient underground city, travel 2,000 years into the past, and talk to its inhabitants. You'll learn about a mysterious divine law called the Golden Rule, under which if even one person commits a sin, everyone dies. Somebody in the city is about to break that law, and it's your job to figure out who and stop them. Fortunately for you, when disaster strikes, you can race back to the time portal from which you emerged and restart the day over again, retaining everything you've learned and collected. Exploiting this time loop allows you to foil assassination plots, avert fatal accidents, and much more. The Forgotten City has multiple endings, so your decisions matter. The fate of the city is very much in your hands.
Trash Sailors is a co-op game about sailing on a slapdash raft. We have local and online multiplayer of up to 4 people, so you can create the most disorganized team in sailing history. After years of ocean pollution, a giant trash tsunami flooded the planet. You are the castaways on a small raft in the middle of nowhere. Now you have to travel across the ocean and find yourself a new home. You are the trash sailors that will need to steer, fight, repair, and get resources, usually at the same time. Garbage is your main resource and the most valuable thing in this world. The game has awesome hand-drawn graphics, a lot of trash places to visit, and tons of enemies. Trash Sailors is coming out in 2020.
Call of the Sea is a first-person adventure puzzle game set in the 1930s in the far reaches of the South Pacific. You take the role of Nora, a woman who has crossed an ocean in the search of her husband's missing expedition.
We had the luck of having actress Cissy Jones as the voice of Nora. We adored her acting in Firewatch and her ability to create a strong presence with only her voice.
It is a tale of self-discovery and exploration not only of the island, but of the character's inner self.
We have crafted beautiful scenes that you will have to explore to put the pieces of the story together. Puzzles will feel like something that will push the narrative forward and never hinder your progress.
The island will hold many secrets that you will have to unveil, explore ruins of a forgotten civilization and occult mysteries.
Dead Static Drive. We describe the game as Grand Theft Cthulhu. It's a horror survival adventure game. You're travelling through small-town America, making your way home and making money where you can. But the places you visit are strange and getting stranger. Make friends, get money, find places to stay and ways to eat. As your friends start to disappear, they're replaced with twisted creatures, and it becomes clear that more than just your survival is at stake. We give you a car. Now scavenge for things you'll need to survive, things you'll need to build, and things you'll use to hunt monsters. But don't get too comfortable unless you've got friends to look out for you.
Welcome to Elk is a story game with lots of unique designed minigames. You play as a young woman called Frigg who travels to the island of Elk, where everyone you meet has a story to tell. Some stories are lighthearted, others dark and tragic. But all of them come from true stories told by my brother Lauge and my parents from the travels to places like Greenland. In Welcome to Elk, you will also meet the people who told the stories we use in the game. Welcome to Elk is a mystery where the fourth wall will be broken down, and you will, like Frigg in the game, find yourself somewhere between truth and tall tales. You can choose to believe what you want, but we made this game based on real people.